If you want to make 2025 your healthiest year yet with the healthiest you, there are a few simple steps that you have to follow that I near guarantee you success if you actually follow and stick to them. So the first step is to either get your phone or like a little sticky note and write down. I want you to think really hard about this. This is a very important question. I want you to think about your why. So this is why you want 2025 to be your healthiest year. Is it for your family? Is it for yourself? Do you not like what you're seeing in the mirror? Do you feel crappy? You feel a lot older than your biological age. What's the reason that you want to start taking care of yourself today? This is going to be a very important point that you want to constantly look back to. Write it somewhere that you can see and make sure it is constantly in your field of view every day and every time you're tempted to make a bad decision. So good places for this would be like on your work desk or on your refrigerator or on the door of your pantry, just somewhere to remind yourself of your goals and why you want to be healthy, so that when you're tempted to make a decision you don't want to make, you can always refer back to this why, this strong reason and this source of motivation that's going to push you forward. The next thing you want to do is ditch any expectation you have of what results you may have. I know this sounds counterintuitive and this is a huge driving force for people, but you need to be realistic with your expectations. You need to be completely okay with going long periods of time without seeing or feeling any visible benefits. Now, depending on your genetics, your current health, your course in life, how drastic of changes that you make, your experience is going to be much different than the next person on how you feel and how you look and even how you think. So it's very important that you keep your expectations in check and not expect anything crazy or out of the ordinary when starting this health journey. So once you've determined your why and written it down and you've gotten your expectations in check and mentally prepared for what's about to come, you need to set small, measurable, and attainable goals. Now, it's very important that you make your goals small, bite-sized, and achievable. You want to make sure they're smart, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. So these are SMART goals. So you want to make sure that you're constantly progressing in small ways towards your goals. And as a result of that, you will see the side effects that you're expecting. So what you're expecting, or what you would call your goals, are just side effects of adopting a healthier lifestyle. So you may think that your goal is dropping 50 pounds, but that is just an accessory or a side effect to the actual process of living a lifestyle that is conducive to losing 50 pounds. The journey of weight loss is going to come as a side effect of you changing your eating habits and your exercise routine. So don't even worry about the weight. Don't weigh yourself constantly. You should ideally limit weighing to once a month. If you're weighing yourself more than that, you might get obsessed with the scale and it may actually discourage you and prevent you from moving forward. Next, I want these goals to be one at a time. So don't make multiple small goals to achieve at once during the same week. Just focus on one small goal per week, typically focusing on one meal or a portion of one meal or a portion of an exercise routine that you're trying to implement. For example, just focus on introducing one new healthy food into your breakfast rather than revamping the entire meal, or substituting one unhealthy thing for one healthy thing inside of each meal individually. This is going to give you small wins that aren't overwhelming, and they're going to build your confidence and build your momentum to making bigger goals down the line. As you gain more experience and you start changing your habits, you're going to be ready to take on more bigger and bigger goals, which will come later on in the process. So the first few months, you really want to focus on building up your confidence and setting those small goals 1 week at a time. So then later on, you can ramp that up and you can really start working towards picking away at those bad habits. And the last step to making 2025 your healthiest year is to just enjoy the process that you're embarking on and don't rush anything. This goes back to mitigating your expectations, but you also want this to be something that you enjoy the journey of. And you're focusing on the actual process and steps and getting your health and life in order rather than just the outcome, which is what most people think is driving them to be healthy. And we're going to use that as motivation. But a lot of the time when people have overzealous expectations of what they want to achieve, it ends up actually ruining their progress, destroying their self-confidence, and ultimately sabotaging them and causing them to quit. So we want to be process oriented, not goal oriented. The goal, like I said, will come as a side effect. You need to focus on each step at a time. Focus on the now, today, every decision right now as it stands. It's basically just a perpetual combination of decisions you made right here, right now, in the present over time. So you're gonna have 100, 200, 300 present moments in the future where you make decisions that will ultimately manifest as the results you call your goals, which is what you want to achieve by living a healthier lifestyle. So just focus on being in the present, never look in the past or forward to the future. You just want to make that decision in the now, because the nows add up over time, and all of these nows are what make the future. So really hone in on those few things. I know this was a short video and it was a little bit vague, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. I'll go more in depth into each of these specific steps in the future, but I hope this taught you something and it changed your perspective on eating a little bit. Just leave me some suggestions of what kind of content you'd like, and I'll just keep going and spitballing off of this idea. I want to upload every single day, so we'll just keep this going. All right, I hope I helped out. Have a good one.